Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my Stellaris playthrough. I'm actually recording this on the very same day as the last one, although I am going to have to take a break in the middle of recording this video because I am currently in the process of making some lunch for myself. Now, I have done some empire management to queue up some construction so that I don't have to think about what to queue up in the future. Although there are some things I really need to make, because if you take a look at those Republican Hifna colonies, or whatever they are called. They are not only superior and friendly, they are also very close to being at the point where they will actually declare war on us. And I believe the time is coming, and my fleet isn't quite yet ready, so I need to prepare for that. Right now I am still comfortable enough creating some better economy, because I do need it, and I also need to have some more science. Speaking of science, the scientist died. This guy's good, extra research speed, but I don't have enough influence for him or anyone else either, so that's a bit of a problem. I'll deal with that in a second. Anyway, so I'll need to increase my fleet. What I also have done in the meantime, off camera, is design my shroud defense system. So this is the kind of station I was talking about in the last video. It's going to trap the enemy systems in my planet until it is destroyed. Theoretically, they could run away from it, but AI never does that. And it's generally not the best idea to do so anyway. If you can destroy it, then you just stay in the system and destroy it. If you can't destroy it, then then you will run away from it, I guess. But then I wouldn't need the station if it's accepting small fleets. Although sometimes it does happen, and also, yeah, I did have to turn back my army because I realized I actually left some military stations behind from my previous attacks, so I'll take care of that right now. Also, I renamed it Black Hole because I think it's fitting considering how I've been reacting to it, so yep, it's now the spazzing one. So anyway, I also had one other thing that I thought about last time, and after the end of the last video, that is, and that's the fact that, well, I was really worried that Sharyan's Crystal and recently Flea's Web are Gaia worlds, because they have this kind of two-syllable name that is also different from the star's name. Of course, planets do get renamed after you colonize them, and that's, I think it's possible that maybe, just maybe, those planets weren't called Sharyan's Crystal and Flea's Web before. That's maybe it's actually something that's within my planet's pool of names. Maybe. I'm actually not sure what kind of planet names are within the pool of names that I have chosen for myself. But maybe these are not holy worlds. Although, looking at this, I find it highly unlikely that these are not holy worlds. I mean, look at that. This is insanely good. So it's hard to say. Anyway, another campaign. Oh yeah, it's about to finish, isn't it? No, it's not. It's just another election. That's a shame. I was thinking I might actually finally have what it takes to finish this guy's promises, but I unfortunately wasn't able to quite do so. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, so debris is being analyzed. That's all good and all, but I'm not really entirely all that interested in anything of the sort. So anyway, dear Starfleet, please go back to Beacon of Despair.
Research complete.
And dock if you can. So that I have to pay for you. Not like you need to be worried about it, of course, but still, I'd rather not spend money when I don't need to spend money. I think that's kind of fairly obvious. Colony being established, that's all nice and good. I'm gonna assign it to a separate sector. Now, generally speaking, you don't want to have too many separate sectors because it's kind of a waste. Because generally the fewer sectors you have, the better. They can be very big sectors, but it's still better to have very big sectors that are just one sector, in my opinion, because then you can save on the governors. Of course, you cannot, then you have less diversity within a single sector, but still I find it to be better. The problem is you cannot have a sector that is separate. They have to connect to each other, so I will not be able to actually create a proper sector. Anyway, who's my leader now? Government, it's still the same guy. I'm really happy this guy has been doing great things for me. New research, let's have a quick look. Arid world, well, I have been colonizing pretty well recently, and right now I need to focus on expanding my fleet, so maybe I will not focus on that too much. Better Empire leader capacity though is really good, and leader pool. So the problem is, it's a really expensive research, and my research is kind of awful. But then again, everything around here is expensive, so let's go for extra leaders. And I don't quite yet have enough to assign a better scientist, unless I hire the rookie one that is just cheaper to recruit, which isn't a very bad trade, but look at this one. This is a really nice trade, and this guy is only a year older than the other one. Although this guy, he's got no benefits. He's just younger.
Debris analyzed.
I'm gonna wait a little bit to get some more influence. Now I'm getting a lot of influence per month, so I can do that with relative safety, I believe. Anyway, the Spazzing one is being analyzed, so that's very nice. Let's expand a little bit on my military, and once I have done that, I'm gonna declare rivalry with this guy, and I'm gonna insult him and cause him to declare war on me, and then I'll destroy him. But right now, it would be him that would do the destroying, I'm afraid. Another hero died. That's not this one. That's a really annoying thing indeed. I hope they won't die. Keep dying like this because it's really inconvenient. Alright, who died this time around? A governor. Hated one big bro. So that's a problem. It's a pretty decent system if I remember correctly. Yeah, what are you specializing in? Minerals looks like.
Construction complete.
Mostly minerals, yeah, okay. Well, let's give you somebody. Yeah, that's a problem. There isn't really anybody worthwhile. The chip guy will do, I suppose, and this means that I cannot wait for too long in terms of science, so I'm gonna buy a chip guy for research as well, but right now my researcher is busy and I cannot afford anybody to help research this stuff, so I will have to hire the rookie, who's got cheaper recruitment cost, unfortunately, just because I'm in a bit of tight bind when it comes to time. Alrighty then, anything else I should take into consideration? How much do these guys hate me? They really hate me. The border friction is going through the roof. Alright then, construction ship. I will need to start actually, first of all, make an emergency wormhole in here, just in case the enemy actually tries to block me off, because that might happen once they declare an attack and I'm unable to jump between the two systems. That would be the worst. So let's create another wormhole. Science ship. Alright then, please go over here. I won't bother researching those... not enter orbit. I won't bother researching these, whatchamacallem, debris, because, like I said, I don't believe they could give me anything worthwhile by now, so it would just be a waste of time. So I'm gonna ignore that completely. Let's make some more destroyers instead. More destroyers and more destroyers, that's exactly what I need. I need that a bunch. Oh yeah, those guys are seriously gonna hate me. How are we doing? Still superior to me, and they have better technology. 95, and I'm still expanding in terms of my border friction because I keep growing my population. They are about to declare war on me, even without my insults, I believe. The war is inevitable at this point in time. Okay, construction ship. Okay, one construction ship is still making some more mining stations in here. That's good. I will definitely need something. Okay, colony established. I'm now over the cold war limit, so that's a problem. Should I add the envious flame? How good is this planet? Let's have a quick look. It's not very good. I'm gonna add envious flame to my sector, so let's go ahead and go into Empire, planet selection, and match sector, and add envious flame. Nice and easy. I still haven't renamed this sector. I have completely forgotten to do that. Doesn't matter really. But what's good is that this sector is actually set up to be a military sector, which is definitely gonna be helpful, I have a feeling. Alright, let's give it some more minerals so that it can continue growing at a relatively decent pace, since I am taxing it quite heavily. But I feel like I need to tax it. I'll give you some more minerals still. But then I'll finish off the mineral giving process. And now, I cannot afford a military station, but I'll prepare to make one. So let's think about planets that I'll retreat to. I will definitely retreat to planets with wormholes. So there's one right there, Brightwater. It also has... Now, it actually has a military station, so I do need to protect that. So let's have a military station built... Ignore that thing. This red thing is just a mistake. Anyway, let's have a military station built around here. So it's far away from anything really that I control in the system, but it's also far away from the border of the system, so once the enemy jumps in here, it'll take them a while to destroy the system and get to the edge of the system so that they can jump away. I believe this will be good. Also, it's protecting one of my key wormholes, so that's probably a very good thing. Also, the spazzing one, unsurprisingly, a lot of physics research. I'll definitely dig into that happily as soon as I can, but right now I do need to have this extra military station. You just said, well, you did give me... He did make me a wormhole station. I can't afford a military station and I need to focus on making a fleet. So for the time being, one military station will be enough. I really do need to have some extra physics research though. Alright then, somebody is unemployed. Let's have a quick look. Yes, you are, dear sir, unemployed indeed. I'll need to deal with that. So, what is this world going to specialize in? Nothing much, although it looks like it might be science. So maybe something from this kind of stuff, because I mean, there's nothing else on this planet, let's be entirely frank. There are some minerals. Some. I could go for that. Also mineral processing plant, but no, I don't need my influence. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, let's specialize this plant in science, I believe. It's not gonna be a very good plant anyway, but I think specializing it in science won't be the worst thing ever. Let's have a think. Oh yeah, I was supposed to hire a scientist. Let's do that real quick and hire the one that is better with research speed, because these kind of guys, I mean, they're just flat out awesome. There is no reason not to hire them, in my opinion. So let's have them working under me. Now I could this power hub. Let's work the power hub because it's kind of important. And then move you like so. Alright, that's better. Now I'm wasting way less energy. So this planet, I do want to help improve my science output everywhere, but at the same time I need to create a military. So I'll just make a structure in here. Let's say that it's gonna be a mine because, well, mining networks are really useful and powerful, aren't they? And do I actually have a mineral processing plant here? Yes, I do, so that's good. And aside from that, let's keep on making some ships, shall we? Because I'll definitely need them. Let's make sure that they're all merged into a big ball of death. I'm losing energy, not really a big problem. I will need some allies, but the problem is I'm not gonna get any allies when fighting these guys. I don't even know if these guys actually know any other empires other than me. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, considering the fact that they're isolationists. They probably do, but either way, that they clearly don't care about anybody, except for me. Minus 101 opinion. I mean, I'm expecting a declaration of war any second now. They are still only a friendly though, so maybe they're really hesitant. Which is surprising considering the fact that they're not actually peaceful, they're just xenophobic. So I would expect them to declare war on me by now. The fact that they haven't is nice, but I'm not gonna let my guard down as a result of that, because I certainly do expect war to be upon us very soon, and come on, I need more destroyers. Oh well, I'll wait for the time being.
Anomaly found.
Okay, anomaly found, 2% risk, let's do this. I'm gonna fail it knowing my luck, but let's try it nevertheless. Supposing one is working on its construction. After you're done with that, I'm gonna move to... Maybe Hated One's big bro. It looks like I could... that's not a bad idea, but let's think. I need to mostly group up in places. Actually, now that I think about it, no matter where I run to, it's not gonna be very useful having military stations in there, because those military stations, they'll delay the pursuit, but once the pursuit actually reaches my fleet, and sooner or later it will, I will still not gain any extra benefit, because those military stations are still relatively weak. I mean, 277 power, that's very low power. So I don't think I need to spam them now, just yet. They are very useful once you have access to the biggest stations that you can have, that have like 3 or 4k power each. Then you can have them around your cohorts, and on the edge of your systems you can have the little military stations like this one to slow down the enemy pursuit of you. That's when it's actually useful. But right now I don't think it's actually all that useful, so I'm gonna stop making the military stations. I'm instead gonna make a research station right over there. What's there? Uninhabited and indeed uninhabitable, but not unvisited, blah blah blah. Oh, that's Dead Space reference right there. And I do remember that there are some various things that can happen when you choose. They are beautiful. I've seen 2 different results after picking this option. But it's a Dead Space reference. I can never say no to that. I mean, 350 science sounds good on paper, but it's not that big of a deal, honestly. They are beautiful. Let's see what happens. Once some amazing things happen, they basically added a bunch of traits to me. And yeah, they did the same thing now. Alright, so this time I got a bunch of Xenophar ethic. So 6 of them I pop, which is actually pretty good, because that's just a free ethic. Which means that my people now believe that we can find allies in the set for in our quest to destroy the bright ones, and in our set for the dark ones. So let's have a quick look at my not demographics, although this should be a not a demographics. I believe I should look at species, empire, and no, that's still not updated. Where do I find... I think I just have to manually search for the population that has changed its ethics.
Construction complete.
Which is a bit of a hassle. I won't do that right now, but when I will make... The next time I make a colony ship, I'll make sure that I make a colony ship using the people with the new ethos, so that I can actually utilize that fact. Because people like xenophobes, you know? Xenophiles, I mean, not xenophobes. And I can utilize the fact that I have them within my empire. Alrighty then. Dear construction ship, please do. I mean, I am losing energy whenever my ships are not docked, so I suppose I could... Oh, actually. 6 minerals. Yeah, I'm making mining stations. No doubt about it. Let's go ahead and make that. Nice and easy. And let's keep on making as many... Where's the big of the spider? There it is. And let's keep on making destroyers in as big of a number as possible, because it's rather important, if you don't mind me saying so. Meanwhile, the remaining starfleets, which reminds me of Star Trek a lot, let's please gather around this area. Are you about to declare war on me or not? Okay, they're actually slowly improving the opinion of us for some reason. Still, I'm very surprised they aren't declaring war on me though. As soon as I recall the embassy, they would declare war on me, but so far they haven't done so. Now they're spraying everything, but still, maybe... let me put it this way, the moment I see that we are equal in terms of fleet power, I'm definitely gonna recall embassy. Because as a human, I believe I have all the takes to destroy an AI even when we are more or less equal. But superior on all accounts is kind of threatening, especially since I don't really have anywhere to fall back. I'm really hugging the empire. I don't have a system that is far away from their systems where I could potentially rebuild in the event that I actually lose my entire fleet. So yeah, there's that. Also, am I actually... Oh! Oh! They have taken control of... Oh, that's a no-go. They have actually taken control of the system because they have colonized Malco, I think. So now I no longer have the system. Also, by the way, I just noticed the devs have implemented a border. Maybe? No, they haven't. They haven't. It's just the galaxy being bright in the background. Never mind. I was about to criticize the border for being barely noticeable, but no, there are still no borders, which is still a big issue in my opinion. Anyway, let us make some more destroyers, because it's kind of an important thing. Wouldn't you say? Yeah, let's keep making destroyers, it's rather important. Science ship! Anything else you can science out for me? I could practice against alien vessels in Epsilon something, but even then, that science ship wouldn't have much to do. Right now, the science ship should just go to the hated one, and rest easy, and just not do anything, I suppose. I still don't have the technology to allow me with assisting research, so... That's a bit of a problem, not a very big one though. Also, these guys, how come they don't hate each other? They really should. Also, they are really pushing forward and trying to get... Oh! I was one day trying to get those systems, wasn't I? Way back when. Oh well, I don't really care all that much. It's a thing that was in my plans long in the past. I don't really care about them all that much anymore. Alrighty then, let's make some more destroyers as quickly as possible. I need to grow my fleet. How they're still very powerful. That's to be expected, but still, that doesn't make me very happy. Let's merge my fleets so that they are a little bit more organized and I can see clearly how powerful I am. I'm still not very powerful, unfortunately. Let's get some more energy, and let's actually make some energy stations in systems that are far away from the enemies' most obvious targets, because the enemy is definitely gonna destroy mining stations within my own systems, but within the core systems, but within the systems that are not colonized, they might ignore them for the most part, which is what I'm gonna account for. Also, this planet, this system, it has a ton of energy. I don't need that, but it's still an interesting thing to notice. Okay, what else I might do is I might create a wormhole station in this system later on, so that once I am inside the enemy system, I'll have more freedom of movements. So I'll probably do that. However, right now, most important thing of all is still making destroyers, so let's speed up the timer a little bit, because it's a fairly slow process of making those destroyers. I'm not actually gaining as much minerals as I would hope. Also, these destroyers, they are fairly expensive. As to be expected, I mean, they are giant spaceships that are there to wreck lives on plenty of planets. Also, another thing I probably should do is actually start thinking about ground armies, because I do have potential army and I have some defense armies in there. Problem is I don't actually have... Hold on a second. Where are my Psi armies at? I swear I got the Psi army thingy. Let's go to research. Yeah, Psi warriors unlocked. Oh, it's an attachment! Oh! Attachments, by the way, are things that you can individually attach to a single unit. It's, I never bother because they are a huge pain in the A to actually micromanage those, because you usually get tons of armies.
Complete.
Oh, that makes me sad. Oh well. I suppose I will make an assault army though, because it will be useful and important. But first things first though, let's make another destroyer. And another destroyer. I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to make some armies, but destroyers are so important. Okay, now, do I have what it takes to make an army? No, I have what it takes to make a defense army. But I'll rather focus on making an assault army. And I will only make it on my capital for the time being, just because I need to protect my capital as much as humanly possible. Thank you very much. Alright, then a construction ship with no orders. Oh yeah, I just spent all of my minerals, haven't I? Didn't I? Let's send it to this place because actually it has a lot of mining possibility stations. So let's go ahead and make some mining stations over here. And as for the other stuff, the other construction ship is currently busy, which is good. Which one is that? That's this one. Right, it's still flying around and making mining stations. Once it's done that, I'll probably make energy mining stations, if it makes any sense. Just to make sure that I can afford to keep up with my ship production and maintenance. However, I would like to point out that as soon as the war breaks, and there will be war in my opinion, I'm gonna save up on a lot of energy because a lot of my ships will be destroyed. That's my honest opinion at the very least. Alrighty then, let's make some more destroyers. Nice and easy, and drink some more water in the meantime. One other thing, like I promised, I'm gonna pause the recording right here because I need to manage my lunch production, if you don't mind. It's rather important that I eat because I'm extraordinarily hungry as it turns out, so I'll be right back. Alright, everything is in order, nothing has banned yet, although we'll see if that doesn't change later. Anyway, I'm actually over my naval capacity, I just noticed, which is a bit of a problem. It means that I, well, theoretically can increase the amount of ships I have, even further beyond that. As you can see, it does increase the maintenance cost, but I think I will need to do that. I have plenty of places where I can actually generate electricity, so I'll create some more electricity mining stations, which still sounds stupid, but whatever. And once that is done, I'm gonna make even more ships, because I feel like I am behind in the space race at this point in time, unfortunately. And what worries me most... Oh wait, we are quick! Oh, that's kinda awesome. That's really awesome, actually. Alright, so now we're equivalent, so it didn't take all that much. But they still have a stronger navy than I do. Don't make a mistake of thinking that they don't, because when we're equivalent, that's a pretty wide statement to say we're equivalent. It means that we have more or less the same amount of fleet power and more or less the same fleet producing capabilities. So there's that problem. Also, another problem is that they probably have a better naval capacity. It says that they don't, but I don't know if I trust that. They probably have it even slightly higher, but it's still a problem if they do. So I'll need to deal with that. Okay, anyway, this planet is overpopulated, so let's clear some of that stuff around here. And I said it's gonna be a science-centered planet, didn't I? So let's make it so. Let's make... I could make it also a place where I can make ground troops, but that feels like it would be a bit of a waste. So let's make another basic science lab as soon as I have cleared some terrain. You need to grow nice and quickly, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a basic hydroponics farm in here. And also, you should have a spaceport by now, so orbital hydroponics farms, that's also gonna help. And let's make some more spaceports, because these things will not be very easy for the enemy to destroy. There will be things I can fight around. And additionally, they also are things I can install solar panels on, which is gonna be relatively important, as you might imagine. Let's merge all the fleets together, nice and easy. Alright, you just please make me some more assault armies. They can also defend, don't get me wrong. And they're pretty bad at assault. The most basic armies, they are absolutely horrible actually at assaulting, but they can do their job if you have no alternatives, I suppose. And I don't really have any alternatives, do I? So there's that. Let's have a quick look. See, I still have this amount of minerals, so let's feed some to my sector. No. I do not want to make it bigger. Certainly do not. But I want to give you some more minerals so that you can grow nicely. I will give you a ton actually. Which, look at how greedily he's using them. But that's good. This means that those plants will be better developed and also better protected. They definitely did buy some defense armies around there, and they definitely made some structures as well. So that's good. There will be pretty good plans, I believe. Okay, let's make some more things. I mean, I could make some mineral mining stations, and these are rather important. So let's start with that and continue with that. And after that, I'm gonna make mining stations in other systems as well. Physics research is done. I don't even remember what I actually researched, but I suppose it doesn't matter all that much. So let's have a quick look. Wormhole range and radiation rate, that's really useful, as are plasma accelerators and planet fortification toughness. That's actually really good. Also, improved deflectors are really good. Plasma accelerator is so powerful and useful though, but I already have pretty powerful weapons, I believe, so I shouldn't jump the wagon. Either a wormhole tech, which is pretty good, but it doesn't directly help me fight, so I think I'm gonna go for something that directly helps my fleet survive, that being improved deflectors. Also, it means that my planets will be harder to take over by AI, so that's really useful. Alright. Dear construction ship, you will now help create some more energy mining thingies over there, I suppose. So I still have plenty of mineral abundance, which is nice. Let's have a quick look. Over here I can have some more energy generation, and I can actually upgrade this to a planetary capital, which is even better, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This will allow my other structures to be upgraded even further than they already are, because right now I cannot upgrade this mining network above level 2 unless I upgrade the center of the planet, and then I will be able to upgrade this to level 3, which is gonna be pretty important, as you might imagine. Anyway, let's have a quick look. I cannot make any space bots, so I'll have to wait with that. Also, I have some empty governor places. And that, I believe, is because I have no more governor place. Yeah, I'm maxed out on leaders, so this will have to wait until another day when I'll actually be able to do something with that. Because I'm working on a research to increase my max leader capacity, but I don't quite have it yet. Alright, is this planet mine again? No, it's still not. It's gonna take a while, I suppose. Alright. Another election. Those elections are really, really too frequent, and I almost managed to fulfill his promise either. I actually made a research station. I actually made 2 research stations, I believe. Didn't I? Yeah, I made 2. So I was almost there. Almost. It's so hard to fulfill this quest on a tiny galaxy though, isn't it? Oh well. Can I cannot afford to make more ships. I have a good energy backup storage, but I shouldn't push it too far, I believe. So I'll think... Oh! Torpedoes! They're dark! They're not a bright tech at all, so I actually hope this tech is good, because torpedoes are dark tech, so that's an alternative weapon that I can use for myself. But I already have good weapons. Getting space for pod level 5 and cruisers, that's really nice, but right now I need to spam more destroyers anyway. Defense station, however, is gonna be useful. It is something I can actually fall back to and protect my core systems with, so I'm tempted to go for that. And Britannia power plants, they're useful, and also at the very worst I can trade that resource. This is also fairly cheap technology to get. So I'm gonna get the cheap technology just because it is cheap. It's not gonna take a long time to get, and I'll still have access to the other techs, I believe, regardless. So there's that. You just said, please create some more energy thingies, and then I'll create a wormhole station around this area like I promised I would. In the meantime, let's keep looking at my plants. Improve the surface a little bit, make sure that I can create another planetary capital. I'll probably do so. Also, why are you unhappy? Because this guy is solitary. No, it's because, oh, he's not a spiritualist. He gave up on that. Oh, I so want to purge him right now. But I forbid for purging, and I could allow purging, but the thing is, these guys, they are almost capable of going into alliance with me. They're still kind of far away from that, but I feel like at some point in the future I could make them do that. But if I purge, they'll hate me for it. Then again, I wouldn't be able to convince them to join my alliance anytime soon anyway, so if I do allow the purge... Oh no, I can't, because I'm neither collectivist nor xenophobe. Ah, that's a shame. Oh well. Oh well, I suppose we'll deal with that for the time being. Anything interesting I can actually do around here? No, I can't. Alrighty then, let's ignore that for the time being. Keep it more improving my systems, so... This system, it could grow a little bit faster. And I am gonna make it grow a little bit faster by making it another hydroponics farm. Yes, I know, I'm wasting some minerals. For the time being, it's gonna be alright. You also make a hydroponics farm, and you make a spaceport, nice and easy. And as for the surface, you're growing quite nicely and quickly. Let's make another hydroponics farm. Okay, new research. Oh, great! I can now actually get some extra governors. Of course, I no longer have the influence to do so, but since I'm getting influence at a relatively fast pace, it's gonna be good. Extra habitability is not useful for me really because I have only colonized 10 red Gawards so far, so that's not a really big deal. Biolab level 2 isn't bad, and being able to remove some of the tile blockers. Actually, I think I have a lot of volcanoes, don't I? So I'm probably gonna go for this tile blocker removal ability. It's probably gonna help me a decent amount because sector ships no longer have anything to do. So you go ahead and make a wormhole station around here, like I promised I would. And you, dear sir, you will just... I don't think there's anything else in my borders that can improve this there. No. So you go back to the hated one, stay there, and once I get a tech, I'm gonna make defense station to help safeguard my borders. Okay, I'm barely losing any energy now. I'm still gonna improve the situation even further by improving some of my other improvements. Well done, Brain. That was a really good word right there. Good sentence. Very wealthy. For example, I can create a power plant in here. Or I could make a power hub right away. Oh no, there is a power hub already. Let's make a power plant then. Nice and easy. Let's see, over here. About to reach an overpopulation crisis, so let's clear some terrain, nice and easy. In here, I'm still growing like a madman. I can get... I can already upgrade this place because of how... Oh yeah, I was supposed to hire governors. Thank you, dear self, for reminding myself of that. So let's see... This planet... These planets are more or less equivalent. Let's give this planet a governor first, I suppose. Change governor, recruit. All of these guys seem to be decent. Army boots, no. Slave, no. Leader lifespan. I suppose leader lifespan is the best one I can get at this point in time, at the very least. I cannot afford another governor at this point in time, but I will be able to afford one relatively quickly. I'm almost positive in energy credits balance. I'm gonna make sure that I am without even moving my fleet, because the thing is, it might look like I'm doing decently, but the moment I move my fleet, I'm gonna be in the negative again, because right now it's docked, so I'm assuming some of my energy through the fact that it is docked. So let's have a quick look at what other systems I can upgrade and give myself some more energy. And there's of course my capital system, so I can give it some better power plants, which I will do. And yeah, hold on a second, I suddenly got really... Okay, give me a second. Okay, I'm sorry, I suddenly got really lightheaded. I don't know why. I opened windows to maybe let some more air in. Although one was open already, so don't think that's what it was. I'll anyway try to play it a little bit cool for the moment. I have no idea why I got so lightheaded, but I did. And it's worrisome, so I'll just take it easy for a moment, if you don't mind. I might also end this video short as a result of that anyway. Let's have a quick look at those plans, because I'll probably want to actually expand my empire a little bit, because there are a lot of resources I could exploit over there, and over there as well. Yeah, anyway, for the time being, let's just go ahead and play it easy. Put the construction ship in orbit over here so that I don't have to pay for it. I'm gaining energy now, which is nice. So let's go ahead and make some more basic science labs, nice and easy. Just to make sure I don't fall behind in the science race. You just you will have a basic mine at your disposal. It's still a basic mine? Oh, it's a ship shelter. Well, it's upgraded then. No questions asked. I certainly will need that. Anyway, Breatharian power plant is now ready. That's gonna be very useful. Autocannon. Not bad, but I probably will need to have some better armor, I believe. So let's start working on that. It's not gonna take me a very long period of time. Man, I really did get dizzy. Okay, my naval capacity has increased slightly, so I can make some more ships, which I certainly will. I cannot upgrade my destroyers just yet, but so I'm just gonna create the destroyers I have access to right now. Nice and easy, destroyers everywhere, destroyers for everybody. Also, wow, I just noticed how many minerals I have. This is ridiculous. Let's spend them. Let's upgrade the spaceports. And you need a hydroponics farm, and yeah, upgrade the spaceports basically always a decent idea, allows you to install some decent things around there, and also make cruisers when I get access to naval capacity might be useful. Another strategic resource also might be useful. But I think naval capacity is the most convincing one right now, so that I can actually have more ships than the enemy does. Okay, how are we doing? We are still equivalent, more or less, alright? Let's keep trying to maintain my... It's not really advantage, but let's make sure that I don't get into a disadvantage if you get my track at 4. Keep making destroyers, more and more destroyers, and more destroyers, and more. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I like. And meanwhile, on Ballistic, as soon as I queue out the last destroyer, I'm gonna queue up some more armies, because for assault teams, they are not gonna cut it on any planet I decide to invade, even once I get the fortification down to 0 through orbital bombardment. So that's something I'll need to deal with. Okay, anything else? Well, on the surface, I probably have some things to do. Yeah, I can improve some things, but I'd rather make sure that I actually am also working armies, so... Well, let's just queue all of this up, because I'll need them. Okay, a better deflectors, that's gonna be useful. Assist research, observatory, that's such a good thing. I'm definitely gonna get that, no matter what. This really does increase your science output by a ton, and you can get it cheaply as well. I'm definitely gonna get it. Okay, meanwhile, Deal destroyers. I could wait a little bit because I'm actually still far away from the ceramic armor. So let's have a quick look at, first of all, Twilight. I'm gonna give you advanced thingies, cold fusion reactor, another improved deflector, and oh, for crying out loud, heat humans, GDFO. I'll look at them in a second, and also I need some more energy still, and that's not quite enough, annoyingly. Oh well then, I suppose the ammo is useless though. So regular deflectors, alright. Save the Twilight, yes. And I'll retrofit them in a second, but first I'll slow down a little bit because I'm a little bit behind in terms of what's happening on the screen. You will need these. And I have cold fusion reactors, so I could try to go for something along those lines, then replace all the other... Yeah, and I now have plenty of energy, and I also have some actual decent shields. 200 shields on a ship that has 600 hull points. That's pretty good. Also, I can actually have better engines, so let's save that. Completely forgot about that fact. And okay, I think my leader just died, that's unfortunate. And also, you just you have better engines as well. Why can't I save it? Oh, because it doesn't have enough power. Crying loud. Okay then, you have armor then. Save, yes. Alright then, let's move all my ships to the Beacon of Despair. And why is one of them not moving in there? I don't really know. Enter orbit, please. Once they are in there, I'll retrofit them all at the same time, I suppose. Also, I know I'm over my naval capacity, but but we'll have to deal with that. Alright, Champion of the People. He seems like a really cool guy. Then again, we've got a guy with Home in the Sky. That's not very useful. He's also gonna die pretty quickly, I noticed. And more energy credits. I think I'm gonna support him. Then again, I think I have a world without a governor, don't I? Yeah, I do. So it's more important to actually hire a governor, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and get one right now for cheap. Let's see, building cost reduction. That's actually pretty legit. So let's get him right there. And let's make some structures while we're at it. So let's go ahead and make basic hydroponics farm, and probably another basic hydroponics farm. Yes. And meanwhile, the spaceport. Let's create some more solar panels. I'm sorry I'm slowing down with my commentary and I'm not really telling interesting or meaningful things, but I really got lighthearted. Then again, now that I noticed, we have been recording for a while, or rather I have been recording for a while. So, ooh, and so many good options. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna end it right here because I need to take a break apparently. And we've been recording for a decent amount of time anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mixpar. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you online. Off camera also. Actually, let's speed this up ever so slightly. Okay, let's have those fleets merge before I end things, because otherwise my OCD is gonna kill me. Merge them, nice and easy. Start retrofitting them. And now I'll see you online.